Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, where with the help of Mia's appearance and her, let's put it this way, ample figure, suitable visage, to impress an old man, Victor Kudo, we have the information we need, and a note, and information that says the restaurant's owner is a thief. He steals. So with that said, let's move back to the restaurant and see what information that can yield, now that we know also about his $500,000 debt. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. You're back out of the waitress uniform then. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Ooh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, how can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. He's back. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a Psyche lock all three, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteers, of course. Right, so the word we want is very much a Psyche lock. Maggie's motive. So let's present our Magatama here. Let's sort it out. 3 locks. Let's deal with it. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Alos! I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after l'incident, this ticket, it disappeared. The ticket disappeared. This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. I bet she doesn't have it now. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Mais alors. You've been trying to hide this information about a lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, a $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. What, you mean him? Pretty much him? Take that! It matches your debt. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you. Well, that's one Psyche lock. Wow, that is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Maybe I should have gone higher. Mais pourquoi moi? Don't know how to pronounce that. Why, you have no evidence. I'm not Masty Mask. I'm not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. A testimony, in fact. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. What your regulars say about you. You're only regular by the sound of it. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. That is very not French at all. My accents are terribly bad all the time. I'm pretty sure people all over the place would probably get insulted by my accents. Not good. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Monsieur! Le mensonge! You are the liar! You deny it? Do not make the false accusations, s'il vous plaît. So do you have any proof? Or so do you have any proof, even? I want to see la incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Well, that obviously doesn't work. That's just a testimony. What have you stolen? People's taste buds? That's a loan, so that's not stealing. You wouldn't have stole that, you just don't like papers there. That was just put behind. You'd have probably got rid of that if you noticed it. It's that, isn't it? You stole my Magatama. Did you, like, pickpocket me? What? It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen when I trespassed. No! Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. No, it didn't. It's fine. Oui, oui. I have a weakness for little trinkets and la figurines. And it just slips out. I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is la truth. I'm just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not less more trinket, oui. It was $500,000. Man, no. Why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Oh, this is easy. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash? Yep, your loan contract. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan. To the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Oh, we got our unlock. We're all good. Well, tell us Maggie's motive. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to la radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? Oui, he had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No, 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 no. Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. Well, yeah. I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Mais non, my filly. It was not. That's enough. Who's this? Huh? Ah! Godot! Mr. Godot! It is indeed. What the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I'm the airhead, no? Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So, the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed. What did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila, you two! Time to laugh at the pretty little airheads! Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Okay, we got rid of it. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this. Certainly not again. And so we've reached the end of our investigation phase. Unless we end up with an investigation 2. So we'll save and move on to trial. Indeed. On January 7th, we head to a retrial. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Who's this? act Detective Gumshoe.
Are you doing alright? How you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. Don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you!
Yes?
You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest.
On what grounds? I think he's serious. Hey, Detective, you're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright?
Sure.
Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
You might be taken off the case if you say that out loud. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish.
There is no smooth here. Well, let's start. Cup of coffee, number 1. 17 cups a day.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Baird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Ah!
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me!" It was a little, well, intimidating.
No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Our trusty?
So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today.
I'm not even anything like it, oh God. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
I haven't. There's no denying it. I haven't. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. That could be helpful.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me.
Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness.
Hi, Gumshoe.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation? Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name is Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Correct. Other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah. The guy who was on the initial investigations tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of the Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence.
That's previous evidence, though.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Come, detective, take up this hammer, and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup, and what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive.
So we'll work on the motive first by the sound of it.
Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
What?
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
Yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you that wasn't me! I really should have done the proving that it wasn't me first.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir.
Hold it!
But we got no witness to say to the contrary. Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's just asking for it. He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Objection!
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Does it hurt to press harder? Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trebian, trite.
But there's a partition.
I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone ever overlook a second person at the table?
Well, he could have been further in a little bit, but he's probably already left.
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
I mean, this is after.
You understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time.
Hold it!
He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them has some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Do you know what? If it gets me more evidence to use, then that's not a bad idea. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? How should I know?
Thanks a lot! We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere! This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
That was helping me then, if you just helped.
Traces of the poison were found in his coffee cup.
Yeah, we get that. He died from it. So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid? Or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Ha! Did you put salt and pepper in your coffee, trite? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems that the poison could have only have been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press everything. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? No, we know that.
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? The fact he died?
Oh, hey, you're right! That's what I was
Objection!
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again?
Well, it's time for one of those cliffhanger finishes. Is this anything to do with the bottle we handed over that's now been examined and found to contain poison? Please no. But we know we've probably done a good service to incriminate ourselves first before we can get out of it. The trial has started. We have as much facts as we can get for now, and we seem to be gathering more considering there was already a trial. So join me next time for more Trials and Tribulations as we keep on keeping on. Bye-bye.